tuning in. It's your brother Trey with Unpopular Opinions, man. I wanted to make a video before I headed out for the day. This is a big one, man. I'm very big into finances. I'm very big into real estate. Just building a better life for yourself. Now, Rich Dad Poor Dad was a book that I've read that really changed the outlook on lots of things. I know you can always buy the jewelry, you can buy the nice things and shit like that. But at the end of the day, while a lot of rappers, like athletes and shit, why they go broke is because they have no financial literacy. Robert Kiyosaki definitely gave that to the masses, you guys. And for someone to be such a business mogul, to get into this red pill space, he's been married to his wife, never once cheated on her, and she still left. We look in this community and think that it's oftentimes, just something that's isolated to the black community, but this is something that is a worldwide phenomenon. So it takes people like us, all sorts of channels that continue to do these things, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing that we're doing. And so I wanted you guys to just take a look at this. We're not going to look at the entire video. I highly encourage you guys to check out Rollo Tomassi, because this guy has laid down a foundation for everything that we're talking about today, you guys. Rollo Tomassi is the man, the author of Rational Male, and he got the Rich Dad Poor Dad to meet with him and Fresh. So let's see what they got to talk about.
Found out your work by George Gammon, but it was like a process. The pieces of the puzzle start coming together. Life stops working, and go, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So about 4 years ago, my wife Kim said to me, "I'm out of here. I'm not going to put up with you anymore." And I went, the words were, "I don't need you." Oh, we have a lot of money. I mean, we've made a lot of money. And I want to say, we had nothing when we met, and without her, I wouldn't have money. And so the thing that kind of bugs me is sometimes she's perceived as she married a rich guy, right? But she didn't.
She didn't.
Another thing too, she's not a gold digger. And as we all know, there's a lot of gold diggers out in the world today. And the thing I love about her is, I said, we have a thing called the cash flow quadrant, E, S, B, and I. I stands for inside investor. All I do is put deals together.
I want to just point out the fact that you can still see the way that Robert Kiyosaki is really, speaking nicely of his wife. He's still complimenting her and really saying some great things about her. And so, with that being said, man, I want you guys to just really pay attention to the rest of what Robert Kiyosaki is about to say, you guys. This is actually some pretty, it's kind of sad. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of sad, because you see older gentlemen are really coming into this space and really, like, looking at it, and it's changing their lives. They're wishing that they have known this information when they were our age. And so, yeah.
All Kenny and I, McElroy and I, we put deals together. All Gavin does is put deals together. So when I met Kim, I had nothing. We're flat broke. This was 35 years ago. And we moved to California. We slept in the cars and all this. So she's not some rich girl who married a rich guy. I mean, some pretty woman who married a rich guy, because I wouldn't be here without her.
Right.
And we learned together. So we grew together. But and so that was kind of the start of it. So I love her with all my heart. So when I read your damn book, opening chapter. Oh, and then I get accused of being a, what's it called?
Misogynist?
Huh?
No, beta? Beta bugs? Simp?
No. It was in the white.
A white knight. White knight.
No, not a white. No, I'm accused of being a white guy. A black guy called me a white. I said, "You got your glasses checked."
Wait, what?
No, what's that? That's a toxic male.
Oh, toxic masculinity.
She says, I've known this woman for 16 years. She says, "You're toxic. You're abusive." I'm going, "What? That's why Kim left you. You're toxic and abusive." I'm going, "Where's all this stuff coming from?" So I call my buddy Kenny McElroy, who's here.
And so this is a very big phenomenon. A lot of times, a lot of women are they're gonna get into the space and call you toxic. They're gonna call you misogynist, especially when you start to talk about things and put yourself as a mental point of origin. Whenever you're starting to really put yourself first, you're becoming toxic. You're becoming toxic, right? And I actually just read a chapter of The Rational Male today, you guys. This is the 4th book by Rollo Tomassi. Really good. He talked about chivalry and how Christianity and marriage, and not even just Christianity, but all religions, kind of they have the old medieval chivalric code imbued into all religions, especially Christianity. And I say that because Robert Kiyosaki is Christian. He's a Christian man. He married Christian and stuff like that. And one other thing to really look at too, I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but it's quite a bit to actually extract from this. Robert Kiyosaki, he said that him and his wife slept in the car together when they were just coming up. He didn't have shit. They together didn't have shit. They thugged it out, worked it out, and eventually created an empire with each other. And she still left. But what the key part about this is the marriage part. I know a lot of you follow Kevin Samuels. I watch Kevin Samuels a lot too. And a lot of you men are trying to get married and shit out here like that. And you're wondering the type of women that high value men marry. It's typically the woman that they've known for the longest. Not for the longest per se, but someone that they've known for a very long time and someone that they think that they can trust. And it's like, you want to talk about this, you don't want to marry a project woman and shit like that. I think you need to first figure out what kind of space in your life you're at in the first place, especially in this market. When women are leaving Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Robert Kiyosaki, why in the fuck would you really, truly want to get married? I don't understand it. There's really, especially to a woman that you don't even really know, that you spent maybe a couple months. I know Kevin's talking about if a man really wants to get married, he's gonna be serious with you. You're gonna get married within the first 60, 90 days. And it's like, if I'm a high value man and I've amassed over $1 million, there's no way in hell I'm going to risk, even if I do get a prenup with 2 lawyers. Shout out to Mediocre Tutorial Reviews for doing that. Even if I get 2 lawyers to sign a prenup and shit like that, why in the fuck would I trust my money, risk my money with someone I've only met for 90 days? Fuck, even if whatever she got this shit on Instagram like that, like, just don't make sense, man. So just let's listen to how this finishes playing out.
Also with George, they're all real estate, and so Kenny takes me out to breakfast in Scottsdale about 6 months ago, and he introduces me to this word, Karen.
Oh, man.
He says, do you know what a Karen is? and I live in this little isolated world, my little money world. I have my friends, and that's about it. Mm-hmm. And he tells me what a Karen is, and it was like this. That was the opening of the rabbit hole. Mm-hmm. And then George tells me to read your book. And the opening thing is one-itis.
Yes.
Oh, soulmate myth. Yeah. I'm looking for and Kim was and she still is. I love her. It hurts to think that we're apart. Mm-hmm. It just hurts and hurts and hurts. And she's here with me. Mm-hmm. We love each other and all this, but she's out. Yeah, 4 years we've been apart and all that.
Wow.
And the worst thing about it is that I never cheated on her. I mean, I've been in the seminar business for years. Women always have come up. I never slept with anybody else.
Wow.
And that was a mistake. Because what it cost me was my masculinity.
Right. Staying in control, staying on point.
Well, I should have been screwing my brains out and cheating on her, but I didn't. Yeah. And I still haven't had sex with another woman. That is how powerful. Been 4 years. One-itis is.
Right.
And so when you talk about Harry and Meghan,
I understand. Harry Markle. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
And so that's when I went, and then I said, I used to sit there and listen to podcasts and all that, listen to all the gurus.
Fresh and Fit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I started listening to you guys. I'm going, holy mackerel! But your stuff is, I'm saying, on the way over here is so deep. It's primal. It's below the surface of superficiality society. So everything you're talking about is primal. And just yesterday, this is what, the 12th and 13th of June, was the Kim and I had a goal that we would own a private jet. So we have a Lear 60 now.
Wow, congrats.
Yeah.
I gotta stop right here, man. He's talking about owning a private jet with his wife that divorced him, left him. He never not once cheated. One time, Robert Kiyosaki said he regrets not cheating on his wife. So many beautiful women have approached Robert Kiyosaki throughout his marriage, and now looking back, I'm gonna see how old Mr. Kiyosaki is. How old is he? Looks pretty. Asians don't age that they age well as fuck. So Robert Kiyosaki has got to be pretty fucking old. He's 74. He's 74. He has been with his wife for 40 years. Not once cheated on her. Never had sex with one other woman aside from his wife for 40 years. And he is 74, looking back now, talking about how he wished that he lived his life differently. You may love a woman that you're talking to. There may be a woman in particular that you could potentially see yourself marrying. And I think you should absolutely, give her what you can. But you need to make sure that you still keeping yourself first and that you're communicating this type of shit. The last thing that you want is to reach the end of life, the fourth quarter of life, come into this information and living life like them. We are blessed to be in 2021 to have this kind of knowledge and have people out here doing these types of content and putting it out there. Rollo Tomassi is he's honestly, like, this is Robert Kiyosaki said, the type of work, not necessarily fresh and fit. I'm gonna keep it a buck real quick. I'm gonna keep it a buck, you guys. Fresh Fit and Kevin Samuels, these are the mainstream red pill type of channels out here. You know what happens when shit goes mainstream? It gets watered down. It loses a lot of its essence. It gets packaged in a way that is palatable for the masses. Robert Kiyosaki said primal. He used that word for a specific reason. He said primal. Primal is typically looked at as feral. It's typically looked at as looked down upon, less evolved. The animal in humans. And at the end of the day, you guys, also read Robert Greene. We are animals first, humans second. The goal is to become human-like, to evolve and to understand your natural, like, animalistic nature, and to control it and hone it and focus it into a direction that you can control to create the outcomes that you want. Rollo Tomassi and AMS deal with the primal things. You need to understand the primal shit first. Otherwise, you're just going to be walking around following these gurus and just listening to what they're talking about and not really understanding why. Simon Sinek, you have to read that book, you guys. Start with why. There's a 3-circle diagram that tells you how anything starts off and why things fall off. You have to understand why you do something. Yeah, hypergamy. Okay, cool. But that's all that you're going to get from Fresh Fit and Kevin Samuels. That's all you're really going to get. But you need to understand the root and the history about this type of shit, you guys. And that's exactly what Rollo Tomassi's book, The Rational Male, talks about. And AMS is an even better example of that, you guys. Like, AMS talks about actual practical things that you can do. Do you want to know about the red pill? The red pill came from pickup artists. It came from thousands of pickup artists collecting their techniques and methods, putting it in Reddit. Rollo Tomassi was one of the leaders of, like, the red pill or the pickup artist community. He wasn't really a pickup artist, but what he did was he wrote the blogs. He compiled the data together and created The Rational Male on Reddit. And then he turned it into a book. And then he created 3 other books on that. The red pill came from pickup artists. Tried, tested, many times of failing, and all of the information and the things that worked became the red pill. This is what happened. Robert Kiyosaki is 74. 74. Never once cheated and his wife is leaving him. Robert fucking Kiyosaki. How much is this man worth? How much is this man worth? $100 million. Robert Kiyosaki is worth $100 million. I ain't got nothing to say, y'all, man. I'm going to link the full video down below. You guys absolutely should watch the full video and subscribe to Rollo Tomassi. Please, 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 man. This, like, I hate the way that the red pill has just evolved into in on YouTube. I mean, it's great. There's absolutely still some great things, and we're still building on it and shit like that. But you've still got to understand the root. A plant can only grow as strong as its roots are. And if you don't understand what nutrients, what created the roots, what is going to help fuel the roots, you're just going to grow into an empty hollow of a plant, of a tree. You're not going to be as full and as complete as what you should be if you don't understand what actually goes down and where the shit came from, you guys. So with that being said, man, thank you so much for tuning in. It's your brother Trey with Unpopular Opinions. I hope y'all